All right, hi everybody, John Meadows here, and I'm in Melbourne, Australia, and I'm here with my man Eugene. So what we're going to show you today is Eugene has an exercise that he loves, and it's a great way to stretch your chest. It's also great for shoulder health. So I'm going to turn it over to the expert here.
Hey guys, Eugene. So what we're going to do is an exercise that's really good to fit in at the very end of your chest workout. It's going to give you a really deep stretch right through the upper and the sternal fibers through your pec to give you like a nasty way to finish and open up the fascia. But it's also going to help to prehabilitate or rehabilitate a lot of shoulder issues that you might have. So what normally happens with the shoulder and a lot of chest or a lot of pressing work is when you're lying on a flat bench, if you want to spin around, John, when you lie on a flat bench, the bench anchors your scapula into position, which isn't necessarily a good thing because now the scapula, it can't move freely. So what happens is you can't get as low as possible into a full retraction to strengthen and mobilize the shoulder blade. I'm going to spin around again. So what we're going to use here is a kettlebell, and we're going to slightly offset the body on a bench to allow you to get a bigger stretch, bigger range of motion to open up these fibers and take the scapula through a more complete range of motion. So come on over, I'll show you what we're doing. So positioning is key here. You don't need to use this kind of bench. You can do it in a Smith machine. If you got one of those half crescent foam rollers, that'll work fine as well. But if you just got a flat bench, all you need to do is shift your body off the side just enough so you're not going to fall off, but so this shoulder blade is hanging off the edge. What that lets you do is it allows you to move that scapula into a much deeper range of motion. So if you think normally on a flat dumbbell press or a flat barbell press, if you were shifted back here, you see you lose that range of motion. And if you never go to a complete stretch on the chest and a complete articulation of the shoulder blade, you're never going to strengthen that area. And it's weakness and immobility there that causes a lot of people's shoulder issues. So all we need to do is shift across, get that little bit of stretch. If you can balance with your feet, that's fine. If you need to, just grab onto the bench here for a bit of balance, if needed. Now, next part. We're going to load with a kettlebell as opposed to a dumbbell. So what happens, the reason why we're using a kettlebell as opposed to a dumbbell is the kettlebell places pressure on the arm, pulling it backwards. Now that means these chest fibers have to work a lot harder to keep your hand level. If you had a dumbbell in your hands, the dumbbell's holding the weights out here to your side, which is very balanced, which is not bad. But for the purposes of rehabilitation and for chest stretching and chest activation, we want that extra little bit of external loading pulling backwards to create that extra little bit of strain and tension through the pec. Now remember, this isn't a strength exercise, this is a stretching exercise. So, grab onto the kettlebell. And all we're going to do, balancing there, we're going to press straight up across the body and squeeze in super tight. As he comes down, staying as close into the side as possible. See how much deeper the stretch we're getting right across the pec here. Press straight back up again. Slow and squeezing, flexing tight, articulate back. Depending on how healthy your shoulders are, you might want to bring that elbow up a little bit higher, but just here is fine. Keeping it in tight, you can bring it in even more tucked if you needed to, because it's that kettlebell there that's pulling the hand backwards, that's creating a lot of tension right through these fibers. The big key is that shoulder position. That scapula is now being able to pull way back. And now we can strengthen. We're getting John a lot stronger in this new range of motion where he would never train his pec normally. Perfect, nice. Come on up. Oh. How did that feel?
Good.
Yeah. It opens,
stretch it out good.
It opens everything up. So it's not something you're going to get really strong at. But the goal should still be as you progress through this, through numbers of weeks, numbers of months, you should get a little bit stronger on it. Even though it won't be a primary loading, strengthening exercise, but it is still going to strengthen the pec over time in a completely new range of motion, add a lot more stability to this head humerus and to the scapula, and keep things moving really, really nice. Now, as we were saying, where we're going to put into the program, at the end, one of your last final exercises, when you have a really full pump on your chest, these feel absolutely fantastic. Sets and reps, looking at about 3 to 4 sets, anywhere between 10 to 20 reps.
All right, thanks everybody for watching. Those feel awesome. Give them a shot. And I just love stuff that stretches you too. And I think stretching is like the most underrated part of this. So I appreciate it, Eugene. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching, guys.